Hi there, welcome to my channel. For those of you who have kept tabs on my villager custom design videos, you probably know that I've hesitated at least for the past 2 months to make custom design portraits of Merengue and Diana. Well, this isn't much of a reveal, but I finally dedicated some time and finished both of those portraits. And for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome once again, thanks for coming, and I'll be showing off the custom design portraits along with each of their codes in the bottom left hand corner, with timestamps in the description, so you're welcome, for Merengue and Diana, as well as the others that I've made for my island since the release of New Horizons. And those portraits include Marshal, Dom, Bones, Felicity, Cookie, all 3 octopus villagers, so Marina, Zucker, Octavian, Snake, Cherry, Sprinkle, and highly requested villager Judy, as well as a new special request of Lily the Frog. But back to Merengue, so let's take a closer look at the custom design that I've made for her. So Merengue was kind of difficult to draw, especially since this is technically pixel drawing. She's not your typical villager design with the use of a bunch of circles or really basic shapes. She, along with the rhino villagers, are very unique and really large. With that said, I opted to do a partial portrait that gets most of her distinct features, such as the strawberry horn, her eye shape, and so forth. So this took me about an hour to draw, and I messed up over and over again until I got lucky with a few of my strokes and it slowly began to look like Merengue. And there's the completed work. And if you're new to my channel, I always use these designs as custom exterior pathways for the front of those villagers' homes. So moving on to the second hardest villager on my island to draw, and that's Diana. Just like Merengue, she has a lot of distinct features, and in comparison to the typical villager, Diana has a more glamorous look, so getting this portrait right, or as close as possible to looking right, was a must for me. So just like Merengue, I kinda couldn't get her whole portrait in there, at least with the limitations to my drawing skills, because she has some pretty big ears because she's one of the deer villagers, so I couldn't get her ears, but I got a partial amount of her ears in there along with a color scheme, so you can still tell it's her. So her infamous swirl is right there along with her rosy cheeks. And a funny little note as we get a better look at Diana through the custom design app, one of the things that I knew would be trouble were her eyes, or her eye shape. At least that eyebrow area with a little arch was gonna be tough, and I actually got that on the first try by accident because I rotated my thumbstick a little too aggressively while drawing this portrait, and it ended up making that little perfect curve at the end of her right eyebrow. And to kind of utilize every tool, if you just use the mirroring tool, you can kind of just copy the right side and it'll mirror onto the left side. So that's how I was able to get them symmetrically right, at least for Diana. And I knew that part was going to be tough, so I lucked out, and I'm so thankful that happened. But the rest was pretty okay. That little swirl in the middle of her head was tough, and it took a couple joystick rotations, just, you know, one full motion to get that right and get that lucky. But I think she might be one of my best creations yet, next to Merengue and Octavian as we get over to her house. So I'm just going to go through each villager's house really quickly so you can see all of my designs. So in between Merengue and Diana is Cookie's house. So if you're not familiar with Cookie, she's a dog villager and she's pink. So this middle area is going to be my little hall of fame of villagers that moved out that I really enjoyed having on my island. So Cherry, Snake, and Sprinkle are there right now, and I'm pretty sure Bones is going to be next to move out. So if you're a Bones fan and you've kept up with him on my channel, this may be the last video where he's mentioned or featured. And you know, he's one of my originals, or one of the 3 that moved in after Snake and Cherry. So his actual themed house of a library isn't even on my island, so that's why I'm gonna let Bones go pretty soon. But moving on to his neighbor, this is Dom the Sheep, who's another fan favorite of these new generation of New Horizons characters, and there he is. So once again, all of the codes are going to be on the left hand corner, as well as timestamps in the description. So if I said a villager's name earlier that kind of piqued your interest, just take a look at the description and fast forward to that part. And here's Felicity the cat. She actually looks like a real human being, but you know, she was one of my earlier works, and I couldn't get her whole head in there because cat villagers have really long ears, and it was just looked so misproportioned when I was trying to do it, and that's why I ended up with that version of Felicity. So here is Octavian's house, and he is one of my newest creations that I made, even though I've had him for a few months now, but he ended up looking really good and I just love how it looks. So compared to my other villagers' homes, Octavian doesn't have a front yard, but he has this massive backyard, which we call Octavian's backyard, and it's kind of beach faces local bar slash nightclub. So yeah, that's why that's there. So moving on to his neighbor, or upstairs neighbor, is another octopus villager, and here's Zucker, who's another top tier fan favorite, and he's always on the top of popularity list. No. Couldn't say popularity list. So there's Zucker's house, and right next to his neighbor is another popular villager by the name of Marina. I don't know why I'm introducing her. A lot of Animal Crossing fans know Marina, and I bet you a lot of you have her on her island because she's one of those highly used amiibo cards or amiibo coins, whatever version of amiibo you have. And another popular villager, here's Marshal. So my island is kind of full of dreamies, and speaking of dreams, if you ever want to visit my island, see all these designs in person, and even visit these villagers, please visit my dream address. I'll leave it down in the description below, and you can visit my island anytime in your dreams. So we're gonna rush to a couple more areas, and I'll make sure to speed up my little journey to each part. But if you're planning on visiting my island in your dreams or during one of my open gate streams, I just want to show off my little walk of fame right here that displays my work. And in addition, we're gonna go in front of my house where it's gonna show my complete work even with requested villagers. So if you just want to see what they look like all at once, here it is. Here's Judy and Lily, so I'm going to add a little code for Lily as well right now, so you can add her to your list if you're trying to get a copy of these within my custom designs. And since I mentioned special requests, if any of my viewers out there right now watching this video has a special request, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to get to that. And if you really want to get my attention, you can DM me on Instagram at the same name, wowVJsLTR, and leave me your request there as well too. So we're gonna do this last little speed up zoom, and we're actually gonna go to the Able Sisters shop, and I'll just show you my whole entire catalog, because other than the villager portraits, I also have a bunch of different pathways. So this is mostly for the newer viewers to my channel who aren't familiar with my custom designs, and I just want to kind of show off my catalog and showcase them just a little bit, just in case those new viewers or even my old viewers are looking for a new pathway to add to their island. And keep this in mind, this does nothing for me game wise. It doesn't make me more popular. I don't get money from this in any way, shape, or form. This is just surely or merely for my enjoyment of just sharing these designs with everybody. So I just want to kind of put that out there just in case if people are like, why is this guy pushing his custom or creator ID so much right now? That's the reason why. I just like sharing. But with that said, thank you so much for taking some time out of your days to come visit my channel. I truly appreciate it. So here's a little shameless plug. If this video interested you in any way, these others might interest you, and you're free to check them out as well. And if you've really enjoyed hanging out with me today, please consider subscribing to be the first to know when I upload something new. I hope you all have a great week. Stay safe out there. I'll see you all soon. Bye.